28 minutes left in the first half, tied 0-0.
You know what I mean. You get me. And ladies and gentlemen, we are scoreless in the 22nd minute here of the first half. Sorry, it's been an absolute make it happen type of day here with high school soccer. Thanks for joining us at the EdinaSportsHub.com. I am Pete Wagner, Big Al Peterson running the camera. We're a little bit of a shield here from one of the nettings down in the corner, but we'll try to do our best we can on this one for you. Edina will control as they are scoreless here in this one. Over to the far side. That's cut off neatly there by Edina's number 12, Ryan Swanda. Little lefty there is deflected away and knocked upfield. And that one will go out, as Edina will have the throw. Am I on screen here? All right. Matt Mason. A couple of changes for Edina and Minnetonka. Late conference foes, these two teams. They've played a couple of times this year. It was a loss for Edina, 1-0 back on the 14th of September. And then they rematched over at Coleman Stadium, where Edina were 2-0 winners. That one works its way in on goal. It's going to be handled by the keeper as the skippers moving from left to right up the field here at the Braemar Dome. It's been quite the interesting decision-making, a tough one for a lot of the athletic directors and the section representatives as the snow flew. And a lot of the turf fields didn't seem, obviously, to shed the snow. Ooh, that one was sort of shanked. And it's going to be Steckman, who's got the good boots, comes in and takes it up the middle. Nice play. And now for Edina, it's going to be McGarvey. Back over on the touch there for Nickelbein. Now they'll play this one back into the corner. Tonka back in control. Lindbergh. That one's knocked out of bounds off the side wall here of the spacious Braemar Dome. A triple header that will be streaming for use for the Section 2AA. We have a pair of girls semifinals. One earlier today that featured Edina Shakopee, the Minnetonka Chanhassen. We'll go at it next. Up high in the box area, that's deflected away. Very tight are the skippers defensively. Long cross, the header. Oh! That one just missed the mark. Terrific ball laid up there for the Hornets. Instead, it's a goal kick for the skippers. Upfield they go to the skippers. As Olsen gets a little work for Gonkerman there, who plays that one on the left side. Edina back in possession now. Swanda was there, put that one up the middle, knocked away by the defense, and here they come. Nice step up there. Edina back in control with Mason. Brought down on the play, whistled. They're going to throw a yellow card for that one. Referee's heading over toward the skipper bench. And we'll be back underway here in a moment. Pairs will play that one. That's off ahead. That's going to be a corner for Edina. Skippers would like to have that one back as the Hornets will set. We look back over the clock. Now we're in the 18th minute. 18-19 to go in half number 1. Brandon Spratt hopefully will be joining us for the second. Back up to the box area. There's a ball ate up and knocked out of there over the top of the goal. Nice piece of goalkeeping there. I believe that's Jamie Deneen in goal. I think it's number 0 from over here. Edina gets to set again on a corner. They go low that time. Knocked away by the Skippers. Ball up front. Oh, look out. It's almost a one-on-one now for Minnetonka. That's Olsen with it. Olsen with the wheel. Takes it wide. Oh, and he booms that one off the wall. Skippers. Wow, Olsen was up at midfield with 2 Hornet defenders. And he turned on the afterburners on that ball. That was impressive. Steckman now off the goal kick. Over to the near side for the Hornets. That one's going to travel out. Fans are right up on this. This is almost like youth soccer all over again. Hawley looked for his options, went to the middle. Wise decision there. That was Flynn, but he turns it over. Now giving chase is Gonzalez, along with the Hornets number 8, Wynn. It'll be thrown in. Right back up at the Hornet midfield as they'll play this over to the near side. Adjusting and handling this ball is going to be Mason. Mason looks left. He accelerates right along the line, kissed it through, but that's going to be taken away by Minnetonka. We're still scoreless if you've just joined us here. We got to go bare bones on the production, folks. I mean, we're in the middle of basically a field that has some, I don't know, what is this? Is this plastic material around it? With no Wi-Fi. Doing our best with what we have. So I'll try to get you the score as much as I can. I'm sure there's plenty of questions as to why, and we had to change things over after the girls' game in order to get this thing live. So thank you for your patience in us putting that together as well. Skippers attack again. Stepping up on that defensively for Edina was right. And back up. Cut off by the Skippers, but McGarvey will play that. The Skippers sent it right back. This is a very tightly contested contest between these two teams. Nice job. Ooh, on the chest straight ahead. Oh, nice feed off to the right side. We have to work an angle. That was Prestis that led that ball. The Skipper's back in play now. It's going to be Olsen. Sends this one ahead to the corner. That'll roll out. Scoreless in the 14th minute. Oh, I should say not 14th, but 26th minute, 14 left. Back to McGarvey it goes. Finds Mason. Puts a ball toward the top of the box, knocked away by the Skipper defenders. And here they come. Tonka on the move. The speedster was there, but that's headed out of there by Denol for Edina. Stepping back up for Minnetonka on that ball, that's going to be Rodriguez. He's stopped by Edina's number 12. That's Ryan Swanda. Back on the feet of Olsen. Olsen's dangerous offensively, you can tell clearly. Back into the corner. Nothing but ball there. Now Edina with purpose through midfield with Prestis. Leaves over on the near side for McGarvey. McGarvey watched by Rodriguez, and Edina will reset with Mason. Mason lays a ball, finds the seam for McGarvey, nearly pulled that one away, but he was stopped defensively there by Jack Olsen. Got Jack Olsen, number 25, the defender. And you have Dylan Olsen, the forward, number 10 for Minnetonka. Mason and McGarvey play catch. Now it's going to be Olsen with it. He'll be knocked down there by Prestis, and that's going to be the foul over there. So Dylan Olsen asked to come out of the game, so he will. Rodriguez jumps out too. It'll be Jack Olsen with it. Sent back up toward midfield, stepping into that one. Lindbergh. He'll get it back. Oh, let it go. Nice job there. Defended by the Hornets. Skippers back up toward midfield. That'll be Olsen to play over. On the right side, Lindbergh touches to the middle. That's gobbled up there, though. That's Wynn who makes the play. He stays with it. Wynn will get back over for Mason. Mason back to Wynn. Off the feet of Firehammer for the Skippers. It'll be Mason to throw. 11-12 to go here in the first half, and we're scoreless. Ball trickles across the line to be Edina's Mason again to throw. Prestis now. Back to the defender, number 10, Henry Deneau. All the way over to the far side of the field. Hornets and Skippers are scoreless here in the first half. We're getting to the later stages of it with 10 minutes left. Wynn now will take over. He looks upfield, but there for the Skippers. He'll watch it out of bounds as George Lundberg as he's going to throw this one in. couple of substitutions. Out for Edina is number 21, Tommy Broderick, and for Minnetonka, number 11, Torrin Firehammer. In for the Skippers will be number 13. That's Jake Hennon. For the Hornets, I missed him. He just slid right in on me. Win there momentarily. Skippers now on it. Gonickman now. There's a ball that's played away by Olson. And up for Edina, that's going to be Henry Rose. Rose better hurry. He had some back pressure there from Hennon. Now Mason takes over. Had the give and go going with Rose, but Rose will spin and look back upfield over to the middle. Swanda lays over to the right side. There's a good ball to the box area. The header. Then the Hornets take the 1-0 lead. Oh, no. Not so fast. It's tough to see from here on the offsides. And we were up a little bit. Skippers play that away to midfield. Still scoreless now with 8:10 to go in the first half. It's off a Hornet player. Oh, that's not a Hornet player. It's off a Skipper. Hornets again in possession with the throw-in. They're going to take this one all the way to the box area. Oh, that one knocked away, and that one just misses the mark. I think that was Prestis in the box area that had that opportunity. Jack Olson now surveys the field. That was with Hennon for a minute, and then Rose takes over for Edina. Good body control, plays it over the near side for Mason, steps into this one. Mason back for Rose. Rose down the middle. Hornets with some good scoring opportunities past few minutes, especially that one that was offside, but they've had some really good build-ups along the way here. Tough one to handle there. Skippers wanted to push that one upfield, and they battle and do. Gonickman on it. Lays that one ahead. Edina quickly back in defensive posture, though. Ooh, nice little move there by Gonickman again. And that one misses the mark, and that hits the end line. But I think that'll be a corner for the Skippers. They'll take this one back up high into Steckman. Reads that. Steckman with the bouncing brown locks. Instead, will play this one. Back on the Skippers' boots there as they play this one up to the right side. turned over, and as is custom with this Hornet team, it's going to be Steckman that's going to come up and play it. This will play downfield to the corner. Hornets advance in front of the box area. Oh, there it is! Prestis. Steckman starts it up from back off the free kick there down the field. It goes out of the corner. I believe on the feed that was Edina's Julian Banks. And then Prestis buries the goods up top for the 1-0 Edina lead. 3:48 to go in the first half. Edina the first to put the crooked number up on the board. Is one really a crooked number, Al? You know, you always hear about the crooked number. Is that crooked? Doesn't look crooked to me. It looks straight, but that's okay. You know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, depends on the gravitational pull.
Okay, because it pulled it sideways.
It's a European one.
Ball back over on the right side of Edina's attack, and that's out of bounds. Edina will throw in with 3:05 to go in the first. Hornets did not like that whistle. Nonetheless, it's going to be a goal kick for the Skippers. It is downright balmy in this dome. I mean, it's noticeably not winter in here, which is awesome. We could have a little bit of an oasis. I wish they could turn the ceiling into like sunshine like the Florida coast or something. That would be nice. A friend of mine said he came back from Florida last Friday. It hasn't been sunny since. I mean, that's like almost a week. Loose ball. Edina looks to make the play, but the Skippers, nice job to recover on that one. They bring that one back for Lundberg. Now Olsen. That's off the foot of Piers. And Wynn on the attack for Edina, gets it back. Ooh, quick feet there, nice job. Wynn lays over to the right side. Oh, set that one. That's going to be speared and knocked out of there by Deneen, the junior. Whoa, what a play. Hornets now. Scramble in the box here. There's bodies everywhere. That thing had nowhere to go. As they'll work it back. Deneau. It's kicked out of bounds. And that's going to do it for the first half. Edina with a late Prestis goal take the 1-0 lead in the section semifinals. The winner of this one is going to move on to play the number 6 seed Eden Prairie Eagles, who were winners yesterday over Shakopee by a score of 1-0. And Edina opened up the tournament with a win over Bloomington Jefferson. Meanwhile, it was Minnetonka winners over Prior Lake. Here they sit. And that'll be it. No state tournament for the COVID-infected pandemic era. So it's going to be section champions and out. So this is all the marbles here for these guys. They want to get to the section final coming up here, which will be on Saturday. And that'll be played at the higher seed. So the winner of this one, Edina or Minnetonka, are both higher seeds than Eden Prairie. So each will have a home game coming up next week, or next Saturday rather. And I don't see, do they have a time listed? They do not have a time yet. Don't worry, folks. I know you heard that little hack there. I've just been tested and I'm negative. So I'm telling you what. Has anybody had that thing, the nose deal? Absolutely. Straight under the eye. The worst part is they're counting down. We'll get that in a second as the Hornets have a little build-up coming here. There's a ball. Oh, perfect. Oh, defended. Nice job in the box area. Little contact there. Man, if I'm Minnetonka, I'd rather just go from there, but that's a heavy collision. So anyway, they got the thing. They're doing the test, and they have it. You know, they spin it like you spin a pencil. If you haven't had this done, it's absolutely, they're going to say, okay. And they start counting from 5, 4, 3, 2, and they get to 1, and you're like, awesome, we're done. You're not done. It's like they kept it in there for 2 more seconds. Boy, off again goes Minnetonka's Dylan Olson. It's been a tough tilt for him. Shaken up twice now. Oh, nice move. Minnetonka on the move. Piers with it. Down to defends that away with Rose. Press this now. The old house she going with the foot. Find some space. They're going to play the right side. Now, it was wonderful for us here because they were right in our laps the whole first half. Now we're going to be far side. We cross the field. But hey, why not, right? Okay, Edina now working the corner. Hey, Mace, how are you? Good to see you. Mark Mason in the house. Of course, son Matt wearing number 23, the defender. Right in the corner. They'll battle along the sideline as Minnetonka looks to play this one upfield. Rodriguez was there, but then Edina strips. Win. Oh, a nice little pass to the corner. That's a great setup there for Edina. Holly was the one who ended up being the recipient of that. We've got a corner. Believe me, it's happening right behind that clump of netting right there. Jake Herbert shaken up. He's going to stay in the game. Oh, the header's knocked out of there. Edina's been dangerous on the corners. They have the 1-0 lead. About 3.5 minutes in on this one, second half. Don't forget, coming up at 7:30, you can see it at the EdinaSportsHub.com. It's going to be Chanhassen taking on Minnetonka in the second of what would be 2 girls semifinals. First one played out earlier today. Did Edina win that one? 5-0, Edina working it. Very solid. Oh, look who's here. Oh, my word. Brandon Spratt, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the great part. So I'm known to be the hockey baseball guy. You got a real soccer guy here that's going to sound a lot better than me. I'm going to turn this over to him. He's going to go silent for a little bit as he and I reposition in the lift.
Who's going short?
This is your hot spot. This is the hot spot.
Go green.
Hello everybody, welcome back inside the Braemar Dome here as we pick up the action here in the second half. Joining you from our pitch side broadcast location as Minnetonka in possession here. Skippers have a throw in. Jake Herbert to take it. He goes up the near touch line. Swanda slips as he tries to clear it. And this throw-in will go to the Hornets. Jackson Hawley taking it up that right touch line. And here goes Banks trying to dribble inside. Prestis! Oh, and a last-second block. Great play by the defender there. That's Jose De La Cruz for Minnetonka, a last-second block. Corner kick for the Hornets. They lead it 1-0 with just under 33 minutes to play in this game. Johnny Benz to take the corner for the Hornets. He drives it in low toward the penalty spot. Up for the header and a big save. Skipper scramble to clear it. As it looked like Jackson Hawley getting up for the header there for the Hornets at the far post. Only cleared as far as Rose. Now Wright sends it out. Here's Hawley on the right wing. He whips across in toward the middle. It's controlled by Swanda. He tries to chip one over the top. Headed clear for the Skippers. But Hornets looking to pin them in. Hawley slips a good ball into Banks. Banks has a man on. And the Hornets will have a throw. Winner of this game moving on to take on Eden Prairie in the section final. That will come on Saturday. As a long throw from Hawley, that one will be a goal kick. This is the third matchup of these two teams this season, and it's the rubber match as well. Skippers won 1-0 back on the 14th of September, and Edina on the 6th of October won it 2-0. So this is the tie-breaking match. One team on to the section final, and the other season will end here today. Here's Coy Wynn. Herbert picks it off for Minnetonka. Good turn, but Prestis does well to win back possession. And that ball is sent out of play, thrown for the Skippers. Good defensive header by Lucas Wright for the Hornets, and Coy Wynn will flick it clear. Now Minnetonka looks to regroup. Coy Wynn doing well, looking to win it back. Now the Skippers send it to the back line. Here's Chemnitz. Turn back over to Deneau. And Deneau dribbles forward. Banks tries the flick on. Doesn't work. Now it's sent forward for the Skippers. Trying to work something in the area. And Wynn finally manages to clear for the Hornets. That was Charlie Pears in there for Minnetonka, doing some good work on the ball. Skipper settling into a little more possession in this game, about a half hour to go. Here's Pears with his back to goal, tries to turn, but Deneau sticks a foot in there nicely to win it back for Edina. Now bends into Wynn. Here's Henry Rose. Rose looks to pick out Holly. And it's going to be a foul on Jackson Holly as he just gets a boot in a little bit high on Herbert. Free kick Minnetonka. So referee stops the clock here as he's going to push the free kick back a little bit. He'll now welcome some subs onto the field as well, as it's big changes for both teams. Hornets are going to bring on 3, and looks like 2 coming on for the Skippers as well. So Jack Olson will take the free kick. See if he can send one long into the Edina half. Headed up in the air. Cleared only as far as a Skipper who sends it high. That's Jake Hennon. Couldn't quite keep the half volley down. It'll be a goal kick for Hank Steckman for the Hornets. Herbert wins the first ball off the goal kick, and Minnetonka gets a throw in. Little momentum up this left side. Herbert will throw it in toward the corner. Crossed in the middle, good clearance by Swanda. Headed back in. Wynn gets a foot in. He clears it only as far as Gonzalez. Herbert tries to float a ball in. Ryan Swanda clears. Now Holly up high to head it. He was undercut. No foul. And a scramble. Steckman came out but didn't get it. Looked like Lucas Wright. Squared across goal. Oh, and a big save for Steckman. It was Charlie Pears in there for the Skippers. And some big-time momentum right now for Minnetonka. Their fans cheering them on. They're in search of an equalizer. Still a long way to go at 26.5 minutes to play. It's a good feel to this game right now. Definitely feels like there's some more goals in this one. Swanda, he forces the play back a little bit. There's Rodriguez out wide. Swanda clears. Now Skipper's looking to build something up the right wing. Passing the way inside is closed down quickly by Deneau. Here's Rodriguez onto his right. Tries to slip a ball up the touchline. Clearance for the Hornets, I think, was off a Skipper. And it will be a goal kick. But Skipper's keeping it up right now. They're putting on some big time pressure. So sub for the Skippers. Torrin Firehammer coming in. And Steckman boots it long. This toward Tommy Broderick, who gets a flick. Now McGarvey chasing after it. And McGarvey forces a clearance. Throw in back for the Hornets in their attacking third. And McGarvey will take it. He backs up all the way to the wall of the Braemar Dome here. Throws it in toward the middle. Header toward the back post. A Hornet down in the box. Referee says play on. Rose! Henry Rose makes it 2-0 for the Hornets. A fantastic right-footed strike by the senior captain for the Hornets. And they have doubled their lead with 24-21 to play. Looked like maybe a penalty chance for the Hornets. As McGarvey, I think, McGarvey took the throw and someone got taken down near the back post. No call was made, but the ball comes to Rose on the edge of the area, and he has just a sweet strike into the top corner. Hornets with a 2-goal lead. That's going to be tough to overcome in 24 minutes. Throwing for the Skippers here. Swanda calmly controls it. Now Wynn flicks it back inside. Header by Rose. Now Swanda tries to win a header there. Here's Tommy Broderick on the ball. He's onto his right foot. Has Hawley on the overlap. Hawley rolls into his right foot. Now trying to turn the corner. Jackson Hawley. His cross is blocked off. Hornets will have a throw in. But first they'll make a sub. Sammy Prestis coming back in the game for Edina as he gets a quick breather. And here comes basically where the goal scored just a moment ago. Was off a throw-in from a very similar spot. And the ensuing play. Here's the throw-in. Prestis flicks it on toward the back post. Skippers clear it. Only as far as Hawley. Here's Coy Wynn. Wynn tries to turn, but it's cut out nicely, and now a chance on the break for Minnetonka. Here comes Firehammer. He's onto his left, closed down pretty quickly by Deneau, and a good, strong defensive clearance by Deneau. Skipper's getting it back in play quickly. Some contact, and it's a free kick on the edge of the area. Didn't know if that was a penalty or not. There are a lot of different lines here on the field, but starting to getting my bearings down here. I believe it's the yellow lines that mark the edge of the area. So this is a free kick for the Skippers. So the clock is stopped, and Jackson Hawley has been shown a yellow card. Not exactly sure for what. But Hawley's going to have to come out of this game, at least momentarily. The Hornets are going to have to make the sub for the yellow card. I don't know if it was something that was said or perhaps the referee deemed time wasting, but either way, a card is shown. That's whipped in toward the near post, cleared by Henry Deneau. And it's going to be a corner for Minnetonka. They trail by 2 with 22 minutes to play. Alec Rodriguez to whip it in with his right foot. Toward the near post, headed clear by the Hornets. Firehammer tries to play it back in. Hornets clear again, now McGarvey. And McGarvey draws the foul. So Steckman will send it deep into the Minnetonka half. Let's turn back over quickly. Here's Chemnitz. But Wright does well to step to it. Now the Hornets maybe have something up the left. Henry Rose. He cuts in on his right. Sends one toward the penalty area. That's scooped up by Jamie Deneen for the Skippers. Deneen will roll it out. Go across to Olsen. Takes a few touches. He sends a long ball. And Steckman will send it right back. Skims off the head of Rose. Throwing for Jack Olsen. And he'll give it up. Skippers looking to throw it up the far touchline. Henry Rose attacks it, sends it back. And now Rodriguez on the ball for the Skippers. Here's Chemnitz. Tries to play it through right. Another strong challenge to step to that ball. Now Chemnitz looking for Hennon up that right side. Hennon slips in behind the defense. He tries to turn. Cut out well, though, by Deneau. And he plays it off a Skipper and wins the throw well for the Hornets. Both teams making a sub here as Jackson Hawley returns for Edina. He sat just momentarily with that yellow card. So he'll have to be careful here with now just under 20 minutes to play. Hornets leading this one 2-0. So throwing here on the far sideline for McGarvey. That one's back in toward the middle. Oh, it's Wetzel. Try to flick it on, and now Rose. His shot goes wide. 13 minutes and change to go. Edina leads this one 2-0. As Deneen will take it quickly. That's in toward Lindbergh. And now Rodriguez turning. Olsen for the Skippers. Pass is cut out well by Rose. Skippers with a throw-in. Here's Gonzalez. That header's flicked on by Hennon. Herbert. He tries to play a ball through the middle. That's a good touch out wide. But Jackson Hawley's able to clear. Now Lindbergh. Throwing for the Skippers. Here's Chemnitz. Sends it back to Olsen in defense. Rodriguez header flicks on toward Herbert. Herbert drives the ball toward the penalty spot. Charlie Pears tried to send it out to the left. Throw in coming. This is Jake Herbert for Minnetonka. Gets a run up. Headed by Hawley, and Chemnitz volley went into the back of his own player. Now Lindbergh up the middle. Swanda clears only as far as Olsen of the Skippers, who does well to turn. Now Herbert tries to play one up the left. That should be a throw-in. So subs coming for both teams here. Tommy Broderick back in for the Hornets as Patrick McGarvey will go to the bench. It's a goal kick for Steckman. 11.5 minutes remaining. Broderick's able to bring it down on his chest. Now Herbert's sliding. Plays it only as far as Swanda. Swanda's clearance drifts in on goal, and Deneen will restart for the Skippers. There's Jack Olsen. He plays the long ball through the middle. It's headed by Deneau. Here's Hennon on the ball. He rolls it wide, has an overlap. That's defended well. And it's a goal kick. Steckman sends it long into midfield. Coy went up to contest the header for the Hornets. Here's Deneau. He turns back inside. Clears only as far as Chemnitz. Now Jackson Hawley puts his laces through it. Sends it the other way. Rose in strong on a challenge. He won it, but not without fouling the skipper there. It'll be a throw-in for Minnetonka. Excuse me, a free kick. So referee has stopped the clock here again. So Johnny Ben's back in for the Hornets. We've just ticked under the 10-minute mark. 9:59 to go. Referee starts the clock again. Hornets 10 minutes away from the section final. They would play Eden Prairie in a game on Saturday. High seed hosting, which would be the Hornets. Game time is to be determined, so stay tuned for that if the Hornets do win and advance. We know Saturday is going to be a chilly day for some soccer, so again, stay tuned. We don't know if we would be here back in the Dome or perhaps over at Kuhlman Field, so stay tuned to social media and other platforms for that announcement. But still 9 minutes to go in this game. Rodriguez plays it out wide. In toward the middle. Up for the header. Here's Chemnitz. He tries to get around the defender, but it's cleared well by Wright. Lucas Wright has been fantastic for the Hornets here in this second half. Just stepping to everything defensively. Broderick chasing it down. He'll win it for the Hornets. Johnny Benz. Back to Broderick. They have numbers up this right side. Broderick tries to go around Herbert. Herbert shields well, but Benz is able to get on it. That's toward the middle. And I think that was off a hand, perhaps, of Jack Wetzel. So Skipper's able to start with it. Herbert Turns inside onto his right. Rodriguez with pressure. Broderick wins it back nicely. Now it's Prestis. Back to Swanda. Benz turns inside. Evades a good sliding challenge from Herbert, but eventually Rodriguez wins it back. Skippers look to build something from the back here. Dribbling into space up that right. That's a good ball up the right side. Can Hennon get onto it? He can. Cross floated toward the middle. Now onto it is Herbert, who sends a side-footed shot wide. So Skippers build quickly through the back. But Herbert falling away from goal really would have had to put together a pretty good effort there to trouble Hank Steckman. .7:15 and counting in this game. Swanda's header's flicked on. So Skippers have a throw in. It's in toward Chemnitz, but two green shirts closing quickly. Chemnitz, he spins back with it, finds Rodriguez. Rodriguez onto his right foot. Rolling it inside. And that was Jose De La Cruz trying to play in a left-footed through ball. Gets in on Steckman, though. And time continues to slip away for Minnetonka. Henry Rose provided the insurance goal here in the second half. And now Tommy Broderick. He dribbles around his man. Broderick from a tight angle. But good, strong defending there. That was George Lindbergh. Hawley. Jackson Hawley does really well. Now Swanda makes the Skippers go the full length. Chemnitz tries to slip Hennon through on that right side. Cut out, though. Throwing for the Skippers. Here's De La Cruz. That's inside toward Firehammer. Closed down well by Jack Wetzel. That's a strong challenge, and it's going to be a foul. And Firehammer is a little bit incredulous at that call. Was a strong challenge. I don't think he got a lot of the ball. But referee sees a foul to be enough. Not giving any cards there. We've seen a few yellows here in the second half. So Steckman blasts that one long. Header's cut out by Herbert. Benz settles on it. Johnny Benz. Into Broderick. Benz continues his run inside. He drifts all the way over to the left. Now Johnny Benz onto his right foot for goal. And that's wide. Good effort for Johnny Benz. Hornets looking to make a sub. And inside 5 minutes, the clock will stop for the team in the lead to make subs. So you can't, I suppose that's a rule that's put in so you can't just waste time by making sub after sub and melts away the rest of the game clock. So it's a good rule. And the Hornets bring on Tommy O'Brien looking to kill off the game. Speaking of O'Brien, he puts a foot in there. Sends the Skippers even further back. Just some fresh legs to really bother the Skippers here a little bit, not give them anything easy. They need 2 goals in 4 minutes. Inside toward Chemnitz. Header's cut out by Mason. De La Cruz will take the throw in for Minnetonka. As he looks to get a run up. Skipper still with the throw on the far side. Step over. Chemnitz tries to step inside. It's cut out nicely by Edina. De La Cruz toward Chemnitz, pass behind Hennon. Hennon steps in field. Comes to Chemnitz. And finally turned back over to the Hornets. They have just 2 forward here. Oh, but that's a gorgeous ball out to the right to Tommy O'Brien. O'Brien takes a touch inside to evade his man. Tries to slip through Broderick, who wasn't quite looking. Dylan Olson cuts it out, but more and more precious time dripping off the clock. Mason does well to win it back. There's McGarvey. He plays it toward Broderick up the left. Broderick goes in to a challenge there with Jack Olson. Broderick giving up a good 4 to 6 inches in that tussle. Skipper's got possession. Now there's a few Hornets caught behind the ball here. Another one down with a cramp perhaps as well. Johnny Benz drops to defend. Shot toward goal. And Steckman with the save. Referee will stop the clock here with 2:33 left. So Coy Wynn is going to jog off under his own power. Looks like he might just be cramping there a little bit. We saw at the last break a lot of players really trying to stretch out those legs. So Hornets to have just over 2.5 minutes left to see out. So it's back to Steckman. He had it before the clock was stopped. And Steckman will boot it deep. It's over the head of Chemnitz and Broderick. Minnetonka with a long way to go. Here's Herbert. Herbert sends one up the channel. And Pears just flicks it out of play. Time salting away for Minnetonka. Throwing up the near side here. There's Lindbergh. Dela Cruz comes in field. Tries to play a grounded through ball toward Pears, who tried to flick on. It's cut out. Now Chemnitz. Near side toward Herbert, throwing for the Hornets. 90 seconds and counting. McGarvey's throw toward Broderick. It should be another throw for the Hornets, and it is. I'm sure McGarvey in no hurry to take this one. Patrick McGarvey with a run up. He throws it toward the corner. Jack Olson gets ahead to it. But McGarvey will just see it go out for another throw. Under 60 seconds to play now. McGarvey toward the corner again. Swanda will look to just waste some time there. And a goal kick for Minnetonka. Under 40 seconds to go now. It's booted deep quickly. That's cut out by Deneau. Driving forward Finley Smith. 15 now. And this back toward the Minnetonka goal. Deneen sends it high. That's toward Chemnitz. He brings it down to himself. Firehammer. Cut out by Mason, and there goes the final horn. The Edina Hornets defeat Minnetonka here today 2-0, and they will advance to the section final to take on Eden Prairie. Again, that game coming up on Saturday at some point. We don't have the time or location yet, so stay tuned for that. But it will be Eden Prairie taking on Edina here in the Section 2 AA final. Thank you so much for joining us today. We do have one more game coming your way tonight from the Braemar Dome, so stay tuned for that. I believe it might be the other Section 2 girls semifinal. So again, stay tuned for that. And Edina wins this one this evening, 2-0. We'll be back with our final game of the night coming up at about 7:30. Thank you for joining us.